two of the top 3 questions my clients always ask me is whether I think they will hear from their ex and what the chances are that they will get their ex back. Well, those are the questions I will answer for you today. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful No Contact Army. If you have the Android version of Silencio and you had an issue with the premium version, please try again. We did have an issue that we hopefully have resolved, so please try again. And if you too would like to join our beautiful No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Okay, so I finally have some statistics on what the chances are that an ex comes back and what raises those chances. So I have a short comment here from a woman that I'm going to go through and make comments, and then I will give you the stats, which I know you're very interested in hearing. Okay, so she says, I got a call today after 110 days of no contact. I ignored his texts and calls 4 times. Good for you. And he last contacted me on day 63. So he contacted her on day 63. And then 47 more days passed until he contacted her again. So that fits within the 45 to 60 days that I talk about in the video about the 60-day no contact rule. And I will put that link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. I honestly had given up and I got a call. I answered because it was a different number and I was actually expecting a call from work. Again, why I say when you're in no contact, do not answer calls unless you absolutely know who it is. But then you're expecting a call, you think it's them, and then someone else calling, and then all of a sudden it's your ex. But okay, he just said he wanted to know how I was doing. Sure. Sure he did. After 110 days, I'm just wondering how you're doing. No, you're not. But okay, we'll go with that. No contact works. Oh my God, I still can't believe he called after being ignored 4 times. Okay, well, I can't believe that you can't believe that no contact works. I've done a million videos on it and people still say, oh my God, I can't believe it worked. Can someone explain to me why people are in such disbelief that no contact will work? And then she says, after being ignored 4 times. Yeah. Because it's counterintuitive. We're dealing with the emotions. Don't use logic to try to figure out what people are going to do, because you're going to make the wrong decision every time. You're getting to their ego when you ignore them. They're not making a logical decision. They're making a decision based on feelings, not facts. Feelings don't have an IQ. So you're thinking logically, oh my God, if I ignore them, they'll never call me again. Okay, so if everyone always behaved logically, yes, they would never contact you again if you ignored them. But luckily for people trying to get their ex back, ignore away and you'll probably hear from them. And finally she finishes with, he's really stubborn and this shocked me. No, he's not stubborn. It's all about interest level, okay? Everyone says the same thing. My ex is stubborn. My ex will never contact me. My ex is stubborn. And then, oh my God, I can't believe he contacted me. Yeah, it's about interest level. Okay? So I don't know if they actually got back together. She didn't say. She just said she heard from him. So if that person could write back and let us know actually what happened, I would be glad to give you an update at some point. So, all right. So, 90% of people will hear from their ex. Okay, so don't be surprised, as I've said before. In fact, be expecting it. And every day when you wake up, say, hey, this might be the day. This might be the day. I don't want you to get caught off guard, because you are going to be emotional when you get that text or see that phone call. So every day expect that you're going to hear from them. 90% of you will hear from them. However, how many of you are actually going to get them back? All right, here are the statistics you've been waiting for. And this is from a site called psychmechanics.com. And they were updated in November of 2022. And by the way, if you're finding this video helpful, please give it a like so that the YouTube algorithm will think, gee, a lot of people like this video. It must be good. Let me recommend it to more people. And then that way, more people can find out if they're going to get their ex back or not. Okay, so according to this site, 60% of people are willing to get back with their ex after being dumped. 14% of people who got back together broke up again. So the people that got back together, 14% broke up again. Probably because they didn't ask the 6 questions that I talk about in my video, 6 questions to ask your ex if they want you back. And I'll put the link up in the right-hand corner. However, 15% of people who got back together stayed together. Okay, so of everyone who got back together, and I'm about to tell you how many people get back together, only 15% stayed together. Now, I don't know what that means. Did they stay together forever? Did they stay together for a year, 2 years? Don't know. Men regret breaking up 45% of the time, and women regret breaking up only 30% of the time. And then finally, here is the stat you really want. People who did not actually get back together is 70%, which means that 30% of people who break up get back together. And I don't know, again, we don't have the information, like how many people that got their ex back, did they have help from someone, from a coach or whatever? Because if the 30% that got their ex back, if none of them had help from a coach, I would say that statistic would go up a lot more if you're dealing with someone who knows how to help you get your ex back. And here are some factors which contribute to getting an ex back. And I've already mentioned some of these in prior videos. Being age 50 or above. So if you're above 50, then your chances of getting your ex back, getting back together are higher. Probably because you're just too tired to look for someone else. Like, all right, let's get back together. I'm too tired. Length and quality of the prior relationship. So the longer you'd been together and the better it was as a relationship overall, the higher your chances of getting back together. Getting back together within 6 months of the breakup. So for those of you who freak out because you didn't hear from your ex within that 45 to 60 day window, don't worry. There's still time. I mean, listen, even beyond 6 months, people haven't heard from their ex, but generally, if you don't hear from them within days 45 to 60, you're good for at least another 6 months. After that, well, contact me after that. Commitment level. So the more commitment there was, the more likely you are to get back together. And of course, interest level, which I talk about constantly, which I believe ultimately trumps everything. And Doc Love, who first talked about interest level, he's the one who says that interest level trumps everything. And you should check out his book if you want to find out more about interest level. The link is underneath every single video and podcast. So hopefully these statistics have given you some hope that you'll get your ex back, and if you don't, that you'll at least hear from them, right? So now I want to hear from you. You want to hear from your ex, and I want to hear from you. How long have you been broken up? Put that down in the comments below. And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, contact me at theartoflove.net, and we will send you the rates. The direct link is below every single video and podcast. They are not on the site. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.